Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of me confusing routers for breakfast. This is Nmap part 2, the advanced side of things. In the last video, we just poked around our network like a lost kid in a mall, finding IPs, seeing who's alive and basically saying hello world, please respond. But today, oh boy, today we are not saying just hello. We are reading the diary. Don't worry though, all this is ethical hacking stuff. Done inside your own lab or with permission. No jail time included. Promise. So first, quick recap plus setup. So before we dive into the ocean of flags, let's quickly get our diving suit ready. Our IP and network. Run this command first. IP A. You will see something like WLAN 0 your Wi-Fi, ETH 0 which is wired, Docker 0 is Docker bridge. The line you care about is something like iNet with your IP. So the other devices, routers, laptop, printer, smart bulb, all fall inside the range. This range is your playground, your legal playground. Okay. Revisiting the simple scan. Let's warm up with the classic Nmap-SN along with your IP address. That's our ping scan. It says, yo, is anyone alive? It doesn't check ports, just sees which devices respond. It's fast, clean, and polite. Enter the scene scan. Now let's get spicy. The most popular, most loved, and most legendary scan is scene scan. Sudo nmap along with -ss and with your IP. So behind the scenes, normally when you connect to a port, you say scene, it responds with synac and then egg. But nmap, the sneaky ninja, it stops after synac. It's like knocking on a door, and when someone says who's there, you just disappear. That's why it is called half open or stealth scan. It's fast, less detectable and efficient, but you need sudo since it messes with raw packets. This can basically ghosted the target before they could say hi. If you don't have sudo or something's acting up, you can use -st, nmap -st along with your IP. That's the full connect scan. It's like the polite version. Rings the bell, waits, shakes hands, asks for a tea, then leaves. Downside, it's slower and easier to detect. So yeah, the SS one is cooler. Now scanning UDP ports. Next up, UDP scan, the silent assassin. Sudo nmap along with -su with your port numbers and IP address. Here's the deal. UDP doesn't do handshakes. So you send a probe and most of the time it doesn't reply. If there's no response, it could mean it's open and it's just being chill, or it's filtered by a firewall. That's why UDP scans are slower and more confusing. You will often see open or filtered basically, Nmap saying maybe. Now service detection. Okay, we found open ports, but what are they running? That's where sudo nmap -sv along with your IP comes in. -sv tries to identify which service is behind that port. Like, is port 80 running Apache, Nginx, a toaster? It sends small handshakes and compares replies to a giant database inside Nmap. That's right, there is hacker gold. You know what's running and which versions might have own vulnerabilities. It's like seeing the version number on your enemy's armor. Now OS detection. Now let's talk about identifying which operation system a device is running. Sudo nmap along with -o with your IP. Nmap checks TTL values, TCP window sizes and other nerdy stuff and matches it with its internal fingerprint database. It's not perfect, NAT and firewalls can mess with it, but usually it's close enough. In short, -o guesses the OS and -sv guesses the software. Now, timing and speed. Timing controls how fast Nmap works. There are 6 levels. T0 is paranoid, like for James Bond missions. T1 is sneaky, T2 is polite, T3 is normal, T4 is aggressive, and T5 is insane. T3, which one is normal, is your default mode. So for LAN scans, where you are the boss, use nmap ss T4 with your IP. But for remote scans, stay polite. Don't go for T5 or you will end up messing with ports or setting off alarms. Now output and saving reports. Scan something, cool, save it. Use -on for txt files, -ox for xml files, or -oa for to save in all formats. -os saves all formats like normal, xml, and greppable, perfect for automating reports later. Now last, your advanced scan recipe. Here's a clean pro level scan setup for your notes. Sudo nmap with -ss -sv -o script equals default with -t4 timing and -oa for all formats with your file name and with your IP address. What it does: -ss means stealth scan, sv does detect service versions, -o detects OS, script equals default runs safe scripts. T4 is used for speed it up and -oa used for to save your output in all formats. This one line gives you a beautiful network fingerprint. It's like chef's kiss. And that's your Nmap advanced guide. You now know how to scan smart, identify OS, find services, run scripts, and keep everything logged. You are basically halfway between a cybersecurity student and a network detective. Remember, scanning is like making friends. Always ask their permission before you poke their ports. If you learned something new today, hit that like button, comment Nmap Ninja, and subscribe because part 3 might just blow your ports open. Metaphorically, of course. Until then, stay curious, stay ethical, and don't Nmap your neighbors.